Morning traders. Today is the 26th of August. Yes, I got a little hoarse throat today. All is good. Just getting up and getting my day going. Today it is going to be a fairly solid day. This starting to look at an SPY daily chart. We're looking at 562.92, just a little higher than we closed on Friday. Remember, I commented about how we're going to go through this moderate melt up period in the SPY. And I really do believe we're going to be looking at, kind of a moderate trending mode upward into August, September. Let me get rid of this. Sorry, into late August, early September, which is where we're at. We're going to be probably rolling upward into September. And let me scroll this down, give you a better feel for it. So we're going to be rolling upward. You can see the channel that I brought into mid-September, probably up into this area, September 13th through the 20th, and then rolling down into a correction period, which will be just before the election. And I believe that we're going to move into a correction area probably right around this area, this lower channel area here, which you can see I've kind of already drawn out here in this area right here. So I believe this is really what we're going to be doing. So we've got the September 18th. This is actually a little early. Let's do this again. We're going to be moving through this channel, maybe some rotations like this, up into this roughly September 20th through 24th area, then rolling downward probably into this area, 556, 560 area, trying to find support above this level. And so we are looking at a fairly defined move, I think, right before the election. And again, the election is right here in this red line. And I think we start to rally into a big upward trend right before the election. So now this pullback going to come all the way down to 556, 560? I don't know. It makes sense that it would, just on a Fibonacci level. If you take a look at this from a Fibonacci standpoint, from peak to trough, this pullback here would be a 382 level right here, a 50% level right here, and a 618 level down here. So, visually, when I pull these things together, I want you to understand this is the 382 level. We'll do this in light green. This is the 50% level. Do this in a lighter blue. And this is the 618 area, which would be deep retracement right in that area. So understand that we're looking at a 382 to 50 to 60% retracement. And my pullback area has basically been in between the 382 and 50% area. That's a common area for the SPY to move downward. We still have these trending, and I'll try to do them in a bright blue. We still have these trending channel here that the price, SPY price, has stayed very active within. And I want you to be aware that I think that we're going to stay within this channel moving higher. Now, we are attempting to break above this gap window. Looks like we're just above it right now at the 562.73 area, closing this gap window back over here, which is this yellow area, will likely prompt a rally back up into this area. And I really do believe that we're going to try to target that, 580 plus area on the SPY before we reach a peak. Remember, a long time ago, I told you that the SPY was going to go up to 606. I don't know if you remember that. That was like 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. I told everyone that the SPY was going to target 606. I think it was 593 to 606 was the number. and I'll look through YouTube and find the video. But we're still on that target. We're still looking at a target level, possibly up into this area here, which is the 606 area. So if we were to move higher and get up into that 606 area, it could come as some sort of a parabolic move. This would be where I would be looking for immediate resistance. Okay, this would be the area where I would say, okay, we've hit it. We're now at that point where the markets are likely going to stall, and that would give us a pretty solid range for a downward trend, possibly coming down into these areas here. So we're really looking again at some sort of moderate upward trending, maybe up into this 580, 590 area, maybe up into the 600, 605 area before we're going to see some rotation. And it'll likely be somewhere between September 21st through the end of September, maybe early October. Then we may start a downward trend that should be fairly aggressive, possibly targeting, like I said, the 564 to 555 area. Makes a lot of sense that it would be coming down to this area. So we'll see how it plays out. Now, the gold is, let's go take a look at gold. No, well, let me come back over here first and highlight that we don't have any SPY cycle pattern today. These are very rare patterns, and I didn't get a chance to take a look at it this weekend. Was busy helping my father with a plumbing problem, had to redo a bunch of piping. But long and short of it is, we have no pattern today. So we're going to have to basically carry into the fact that we're in carryover mode and trending mode, moving into an inside breakaway, into bullish, explosive bullish. So we are going to presume that the markets are going to want to continue to trend higher on the SPY. And I may update this a little later if I find something very interesting. But right now we're in a presumptive carryover upward melt up type of trending. Okay, the gold is still moving higher. Gold market is open. We're up $12, up 0.5%. Dollar weakness has driven gold quite a bit higher. We've seen the dollar move from 103, 104 down to 101 and a half, roughly, a little over 101 and a half. We're looking at a pretty, again, get rid of some of these drawings. Boy, got a lot of drawings out here, don't I? So we're really looking at a breakaway trend, and it's going to probably mirror this. So let me move this to green and bring it to front. And it's probably going to mirror this. Okay. So we're looking at if we can get above this consolidation channel here, which is bring the front, change the color, make it yellow. If we can get above this level, 570, 2575, then we're likely going to rally up into this 26, 25, 26, 50 possibly area. Again, we have a lot of resistance right in this 26, call it 10, 2607 to 2610 area. So there's a lot of resistance right in this area to stall the market. Okay. But if we do get a rally on fear, which I think is a fairly common denominator right now, that we are going to be, especially before the election, we could see gold up in this area, 2650 to 2670, fairly quickly within maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But we still have to struggle to get above this level, then possibly get above this level, then possibly move up into this level. And that's really a pretty good outline right there. That, let me change it to a dark green. This is a pretty good outline of where we are. We're going to have to struggle to get above this high. We may get above it, stall, come back down to this lower channel and try to get above this level, stall, come back down to this channel, 2600, and then make a move up here to 2650, 2670, maybe. Again, I think in this area, the 2590, 2610 area is a very solid pull profits area. So this area right here is really where I would urge you to say, hey, um, take it, grab it. It's yours. You've had a great run. I mean, I got a comment from a subscriber just Friday. Said she's been following my gold analysis and day trading with quite a few contracts, but she made a small fortune. She made an annual salary in the last week and a half following my research and trading on gold. And I mean a healthy, a really healthy number, a six-digit number plus. So it's there and it's still there for you. The move in gold is very solid. I'm just going to urge you that as we struggle to get through here, watch for the next breakaway. The next breakaway here above this level is going to be about 41 bucks, 42 bucks, maybe. Then we're going to get into a later breakaway, probably around September, I'd guess around the 12th or the 15th, 16th, and that's going to possibly be a move of 50, call it 49 to 55 bucks up into this 2660 area if we get there. Okay, right now it looks like it is. And now remember, we're likely when this thing rolls over in late September, so into this area, we should see it roll downward as the markets freak out because of the election. And it's very common to see gold pull back when there's a general panic mode in the markets. This pullback will lead to an early base, probably around this area, 2550, 2570. And then we'll almost immediately over the next month, maybe 6 weeks, rally. And that's going to put us into, and if I do this, you'll see that's going to put us into a move very likely to carry into a rally into 2025, possibly back up into the expansion channel here. So be aware that this is a beautiful setup. We have a little bit of upward trending left here to maybe 2600, maybe 2640, 2630. Then I'm thinking we're going to get a pullback. And then we're going to come out of that pullback with a very strong rally. Remember, the election is right here, November 5th. There's the election. And given what I think is going to happen after the election, I think we're going to move into a channeling upward trend, which is going to be very clean into the inauguration of the new president. And that's going to put us January. So, by this January 20th area, which is right around this area, I think gold could be easily trading above 2,900. So let's put this level here. This is 2,950. And I'm just going to say that this phase here is going to be the next big rally mode for gold. Okay, it's coming, just not here yet. We've got to get through this. And this is almost guaranteed right here, in my opinion. Some sort of a pullback is going to happen prior to the election, and we're going to see that pullback happen. Okay, so we'll take a look at Bitcoin real quick. And Bitcoin broke out of the range, just like I told everyone. And it's just beautiful right here, flagged out, beautiful flagging formation. We're back up into this potential flagging here off of this rotation here. So here's the line that I drew indicating what I thought would likely happen. And I indicated we would likely get some sort of a breakout in this area. It was a little late in that area, but big, beautiful breakout right at the beginning of that ellipse. big move up into this area. Now we're consolidating. Okay, that's beautiful. It comes back here and reconfirms this flag. So you can see here that we have this flag moving up to here. And really, we got to take a look at A, B, C, very deep double low, double bottom, D, moving back into this area, which should trend upward. Okay, great, Brad. That's wonderful. I don't quite understand how you get that. Well, flags move typically in 5 ways. You have A, B, low down here, into this channel, C up to here, D, double basing right here, double bottoming, a washout, A, B, C, D move here. And then now we're looking at E. But E is going to likely move into a flagging formation, which is going to potentially be an A, B washout, C, D, E maybe move. So understand that we could have a flag in that manner, make that a bright purple, or we could be setting up a brand new flag that goes A, B, C, D, E into this area. So understand that we're now watching to see how these flags play out, because we will likely stay within this consolidated range over the next week or so, headed into the early September time frame. And again, we are going to be looking at, uh, let's go very light purple and very light purple and dark purple. So we're looking at this consolidated range right here. And I think we're going to stay in that type of consolidated range, maybe down a little bit here, while we're setting up this flag. And I think that flag is inevitable for the market to move out of this. We're in this congestion range. You can see here, you can see the consolidation. This is called the apex level, which is the apex is right here of this flag. I think we're going to consolidate into this area for, I don't know, let's say till September 7th. So that's a week and a half. We're going to probably consolidate into this area, and it'll become more evident, let's say, if we can get past this area without a breakout. So if we can get into this area here without a breakout, without some kind of a big move breaking to the upside, we get into this yellow area, I can almost guarantee you that we're going to consolidate into this range, maybe see some sort of a washout pattern over here before we get into this rally phase. Okay. And that's kind of my opinion on what I think is going to happen. So right now, we're going to settle into a consolidated sideways channel in Bitcoin before we attempt to move higher. Bitcoin could attempt to break out over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say days, try to break out above 66 or 67,000. But I think that's a fairly small likelihood. I think we're going to just consolidate right back into this apex, give us maybe 7 to 10 days before we get a big breakout to the upside. And I really think that's going to be coalescing probably with gold. So you come back over here, meaning it's going to be very similar to gold. Remember, we have that same type of potential consolidation here. Try to drag this down, spread this apart. So in reality, folks, we have that same type of consolidation. We could get it to move up a little bit here, just to break above this high. And then I think we consolidate into around September 5th, 6th, 7th before we try to break out. And again, that coalesces again with, Bitcoin. I'm telling you here that we're going to coalesce into the 6th, 7th of September, really right around this area before we try to get a breakout. So it's lining up that we're going to get a consolidated sideways move for the next maybe week and a half, and that may actually translate into the moderate upward trending of the SPY, meaning we could move up and consolidate into the sixth or seventh, which is right in this area here. So give you an idea that everything looks like we're in a moderate melt up. Nothing I think is going to be too surprising over the next 5, 6, 7, 8 trading days. And then we're going to see potentially some really big moves into September 7th. Now, remember, September 7th here is a weekend. We get the top resistance flat down, then we get a weekend gap breakaway, gap up higher, consolidation, breakaway, rally. So understand that that's the week right there that I think we're going to get a lot of upward trending. I think this week is going to be, the second through the sixth is going to be a lot of sideways consolidation. And 21 minutes. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Today, just be prepared for a moderate melt up. I'm not expecting a whole lot today. And I'll take a look at that pattern for you and see if I can find anything.